So let's talk about the trader journey because there is a roadmap to becoming a successful trader. And in this video right now, I will give you this exact roadmap because most people who are new to trading don't have a roadmap. And because for most people, here's what their journey looks like. I want to show you the right journey and the wrong journey, but let's talk about the wrong journey first because this is what most people do. So phase number one of the wrong journey is let's buy a stock. Most traders start their journey by buying a stock. Hey, this is how I started. If you have seen my own trading journey, then you know that the first stock I bought was VW Volkswagen, right? The German car manufacturer. And see, this is how most people start their journey buying a stock. And then often after this, they move on to phase number two. And here's phase number two. Phase number two is, this doesn't work. So let me show you what I mean. Often new traders are buying a stock that's promoted in the news or a stock that makes sense to them. But most of the time, it doesn't work. Let me show you a few examples. There is actually a website that is tracking what stocks Robinhood traders have. Now, again, nothing against Robinhood traders, but this is where most people who are new to trading, who start trading, they start with Robinhood. Now, here's a leaderboard. You see, these are the most popular stocks. For example, Ford is in 932,585 Robinhood accounts. So let me just show this to you because when you click on this, here's what you see. You see that most of the Robinhood traders bought Ford here. I want to say probably at $5.37. And they kept buying and buying, and right now it just raised a little bit, right? Because this is where, okay, Ford must be a good company, so let's buy this. Let's take a look at some other ones. Here's GE. No idea why GE is so popular amongst Robinhood traders, but as you can see, most bought GE right here when it was at the low of $6.32. Right now it is trading at $6.60. So no idea why this is so popular, but doesn't that sound familiar that most people start this way? Also American Airlines, you see, a lot of Robinhood users put American Airlines in their account when American Airlines was trading at around $14. So let's take a look at American Airlines, which has been trading at $14, but right now trading at $11. So just piddling around there. So anyhow, let's get back to the trader's journey because I want to finish here the wrong way to do it, but then also the right way. So you see, after buying a stock and then, phase number two. This doesn't work. The stock is just going around. I seem to have bought it at the high. This is when most traders move on to phase number three. And here is phase number three. Phase number three is I need an insider tip or maybe an insider strategy. Doesn't really matter because this is where they believe, you see, if they're doing what everybody else does, it doesn't seem to work, right? I mean, you have just seen it. The most popular stocks here in Robinhood accounts, I mean, they're just piddling around there. They're not taking off. So this is where most traders think, okay, I need an insider tip or an insider strategy. And so they Google best stocks to trade or best stocks to buy in 2020. And they find these flashy newsletters that promise them the next big stock. You see, it's like buying Amazon for $10. And by the way, right now, Amazon is trading at $3,000. So they buy the newsletter or the trading strategy that promises them the most outrageous returns, and then they move back to phase number three. Does that sound familiar? So let's go back here to phase number three. Okay, I need an insider tip strategy. Okay, that we were there at phase number three. Then it goes back to phase number two. This doesn't work, right? And now they are stuck on the Ferris wheel and go from phase two to phase three and round and round and round. I need an insider tip. By the way, I did do a video for you on these insider tips. I did do a video on the best 5G stock. So if you're interested in learning more about the best 5G stock and the truth behind these newsletters, I'll leave a link in the description so that you can see it. But let's talk about these different phases. So they go round and round and round until they lose all their money, and then they move on to phase number four. And phase number four is where they say, you know what, you just can't make money with trading. And I mean, you have seen it. You know these kind of people. That's when they get bitter and frustrated. And hey, I completely understand. Of course, they're not happy. They just lost a bunch of money. And of course, they vent and say, this is all a scam. And you know what? A lot of it is. I actually did a video on one of these scams. I'll post the link in the description. You get a kick out of this. It's one of these videos where somebody promises that your money doubles every week or something like this. Take a look at the video. You're going to love it. Anyhow, so after this, they move on to phase number 5. And phase number 5 here is simply giving up and say, okay, this does not work. I don't want to do this. And that's usually the end of their trader's journey. And I'm sure that you know somebody who has been down this path, the wrong journey here. So anyhow, as you can see, when you choose this trading journey, you're almost guaranteed to lose money and to get frustrated, and you get sick going around on the Ferris wheel, or is it actually a hamster wheel going from phase 2 to phase 3 and back to phase 2 and 3. So anyhow, let's talk about the right trading journey. But before I do this, does any of this make sense to you? If so, do me a favor, click on like or leave a comment saying, yes, this makes sense, if any of this sounds familiar at all, or if you know somebody who has been on this trading journey. All right, very cool, awesome. Okay, so what is the right trading journey? Let's talk about this right now. And with the right trading journey, I want to actually give you also very specific examples on how I can help you. Does that sound good? Would you like to have some examples on the resources that I have for you here on this channel and on my website? Okay, good. So let's talk about phase number 1. First of all, you need to decide what type of trader you want to be. There we go. You know that I primarily use swing trading strategies, which means I'm typically in trades for a couple of days to a couple of weeks. And you see, there are ultimately 3 categories people tend to fall into. And a lot of this ultimately boils down to how much you want and can spend looking at the markets. You see, for me personally, I don't like sitting at my computer all day long. So swing trading is what I prefer most. Anyhow, here are the 3 categories. Number 1, type of trader, investors. This would be buying and holding stocks or maybe ETFs, exchange traded funds, for longer periods, usually months to years. And then on the other side of the extreme, you have day traders where they get in and out of an asset like a stock, ETF, futures, options on the same day. And then the third category, which is right in between where I like to be, is swing traders. That's where you get in and out of an asset like stocks or options within a few days or weeks. Now, if you're not sure yet of what type fits you best, then just keep watching these videos in which I show you the trading strategies that I personally use, because this might be helpful for you. And also, just make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you never miss a new video or anytime I do a live session. Okay, have you subscribed? Hit subscribe now. Okay, because let's talk about step number 2. After you decided what kind of trader you want to be, now it's time to pick a trading strategy. And how do you pick the best trading strategy? Well, this is where I did another video that I'll link to in the description where I talked about the best trading strategy. Every trading strategy has pros and cons. Now, I personally have a core swing trading strategy that I've been trading for over 10 years, and it's called the PowerX strategy, as you know, and I'll be happy to send you a copy of the book for free. All I ask is that you pay for shipping and handling, right? Anyhow, so it's a trend following strategy. And you see, I personally don't care if markets are going up or if they're going down, as long as there is a trend, whether it is an uptrend or a downtrend. Now, if you would like to learn more about the way how I trade, I have 2 resources for you, because I promised that I have resources for you here. First, it's a website. It's called mytradingroutine.com. And on this website, I'll show you exactly how I trade and the tools that I use. We talk about tools here in a moment. And then, of course, the book, which is the PowerX strategy. Now, I might be biased, but I think it's a really awesome book. Just the cover alone, I mean, has to be awesome, right? And really highly recommend that you get a copy of it. But hey, there's so many trading strategies. I don't care which one you pick, as long as you pick a strategy. Now, once you understand the strategy, the next step is phase 3. You need to have the tools to help you make the best trading decisions. Because you see, trading can be simple and you can make it difficult. For me, it's always best when I keep it simple. You see, I personally use a tool that takes a lot of the guesswork out of it and finds solid setups, and it's called the PowerX Optimizer. You probably have heard me talk about this. this is what the tool looks like. So it makes it super easy to find the right stocks because it's a software that makes trading stocks and options easier, at least for me, than ever before. With just a few mouse clicks, the software run millions of calculations in a matter of seconds. I mean, I'm not that smart. That's why I let the software do it. And then it gives me the 5 to 10 high probability setups and option setups for every trading day. And it also really helps me to keep my ego in check because it gives me clear entry and exit signals so that I never hold on to a winner or loser too long. So as you know, on average, I'm spending less than 15 minutes each day finding and placing my trades. And I think it's truly that simple. Anyhow, so just to write it down here, I like to use calculators. If you have any of my trading strategies, you know that I like to have the Theta Kings put calculator, right? I like to have the income wheel calculator. And then, of course, I like to have here the PowerX optimizer. Anyhow, let's move on to phase number 4, because the next part of your trading journey after you mastered the one strategy is this. It is expanding your knowledge. Let's talk about this and what it means. You see, there are other types of strategies and financial vehicles available to trade. And I'm a very big fan of the saying, the more you learn, the more you earn. Isn't that the truth? Now, for most traders, they start off by buying and selling stocks. And from there, they make their way over to trading options, which makes a lot of sense because options can be a great way for you to rapidly grow an account. And again, with the PowerX strategy, we like to keep things simple by often just buying calls and puts. So it's perfect for beginners. But as you'll find out, there's more than one way to get long or short with options. And I've recorded a series of both of beginners and advanced option videos that are a great way to get started if you want to start trading options. And I have made a few different playlists that I'll post in the descriptions here. It's number 1, Options 101, Options 201, and Options Income Trading Strategies. Anyhow, so let's talk about step number 5, the next part of your journey. The next part of your journey is then trading for a living. I mean, ultimately, that is what you want to do as a trader. And when you're ready for this phase, then I think you and I should talk, because I like working with people who are committed and want trading success. And that's why I personally work with a handful of traders in our Freedom Mastermind. As you can see, these journeys are wildly different. So it's very important that you don't fall for the trap of the wrong journey, because honestly, this is how in the beginning I lost a lot of money with trading. You see, if you want to succeed with trading, do it right. And now you know how. These are the 5 phases of the right trader's journey. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and click on like. And if you want to see more videos like this, just click on the subscribe button and also click the little bell, because this way you get notified whenever I release a new video or I go live. And if you enjoyed this, please feel free to share this video, and I'll see you in the next video that's probably popping up here right now.